More evidence is coming out that it was all planned from the beginning, that it was all a setup. But why? Why would they do these things? We have a few things going on here all at the same time. I want people to pay attention to that. Look how suspicious this is. Now, wait a minute. You have this article come out that came out here. Listen to this. SEC officials to testify against the agency. But that's not the big part. See, what I grasp a hold of is why now? Why now, folks? You tell me, get in the comment. You're all in comment sections. Tell me. Why now? They could have done this any other time. They could have done this last year, the year before this. No, they're testifying against the SEC, their own people. Now, not only that, there's something to testify about. What are they about to expose? This is a time of revealing, and also make no mistake about it. That dog on the leash that was the SEC served its purpose. See, that's the trick. They use you, the people at the top. They use you till they don't need you anymore. Then they cast you away. And that's why now you're starting to see people really go hardcore against Gary Gensler, right? This is not the only thing. Just wait. Let me click on this right here. Let's read a little tidbit here and find out what's going on, because things are moving fast. They want that new financial system. Did you see that post I made? Go watch that video in the members only section. That post. I got a members only video coming out also. Either later tonight or tomorrow. You're going to want to see that one as well. But look at that post from earlier. You don't even have to watch the video. Why does the thumbnail say what it does? Look at the thumbnail. Read the thumbnail. That's coming from a very, very reputable organization. What do they mean by that? What do they mean by that? Right? Why do they phrase it that way? Ooh, they're telling, and the people are not grasping it, but I'm getting it. I'm seeing it. It says this. Ex-SEC officials, multiple, to testify against the SEC in crypto hearing is going down. It is time, folks. They're putting the SEC back on a leash. Don't you see this? But what does that mean? What does that implicate? What does that indicate? What does that indicate? If the SEC is not there to build this wall to block us off, we will be unleashed. But wait, there's a big reason. And see, that next members only video, I'm telling you, if you put all these pieces together, you're going to see the picture. Former high ranking officials of the U.S. SEC are set to testify. I want to make sure I emphasize, that's why I did like that. Not some low ranking people. Not that it would matter. To me, it wouldn't matter. But to some people, this matters. So not some low-ranking people that weren't in the know. High-ranking officials are set to testify in a congressional hearing against the agency. The SEC crypto hearing is titled, quote, "Dazed and Confused, Breaking Down the SEC's Politicized Approach to Digital Assets." Right. At this time, where the big companies finally got in the position where they flushed out, just chased away whole swaths of retail investors. They chased them away from the bank coins. Now they're chasing them. They've been chasing them away from Bitcoin. But now they're really trying to shovel the dirt on top of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, not good. What do you mean? Bitcoin's never looked bullish. It's never been more bullish than now. But you see this little game that they play. But now that they've done all of that, and the big companies have gotten into position, all of a sudden crypto is good. All of a sudden now, the SEC, you SEC, you're bad. There's motion against the SEC suddenly. Now that BlackRock is involved, Wisdom Tree is involved, ARK Invest is involved. Right. That doesn't seem suspicious to you. I know it does. I know. You're a good detective. I know. Witnesses revealed for SEC crypto hearing. It says here, the hearing is being organized by the House Financial Services Committee's GOP leadership. I don't care who it is. Any of you, all you politicians, the same to me. I just want to let that be known. I just want that to be known. They're all the same to me. It says, as long as, just take the SEC out, get them out of the way completely, get them out of there. You see, Kraken was it Kraken? Kraken's having problems now because of the SEC. This is a part of an ongoing examination, and they shouldn't. Kraken has been one of the most above board exchanges. No, sometimes when you put a dog on somebody and they start attacking that individual, they don't want to get off them. Even though the owner, you're grabbing them up, you're trying to get them off that person, they don't want to get off them. They go into that pit bull mode, right? SEC is like that. They're trying to pull them back, but the SEC still wants to bark and bite. No. This is why now they're pulling them back by force, right? Time is up. It's time to unleash. Time is up for them. Time is here to unleash crypto as a whole. This is why you see so many bullish things going on. You see bullish things going on with Cardano. You see bullish things going on with Hedera, Ripple, Bitcoin, Flare, Chainlink. I just covered that in the video the other day. Chainlink, all across the board, you see these utility coins getting in position to dominate. Absolute domination. Money being made, millionaires being made, value flowing, pockets exploding. People, they fear it. They fear it. They don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what they're going to do with themselves. But I don't fear it. We've known all along. This is my humble opinion. It's not financial advice. You take it how you want. You believe what you want to believe. This is my humble thoughts. They don't have to be yours, right? Wait a minute. Let's move on here because I took a little while on that article and you're probably going to read it yourself anyway, right? Well, I covered a good amount of that. What was important from it, I feel. Wait a minute. What's this? What is this? Hester Pierce. This article is titled, Hester Pierce slams the SEC for misguided and overreaching. Cases in Fly Fish Club NFT. Wait a minute now. Why is everyone, listen, all this coming out at the same time? Again, you mean to tell me it's not a technique? That's coincidence? They keep on dumping everything all at once, doing everything all at once. No, it's not a coincidence, folks. Coincidence is but cause and effect unrecognized. Why is everyone going against the SEC right now? Their own people. It's a dagger you can't deny. You understand that? See, anybody outside the SEC could have come against them, and people would push it. Oh, that's nothing. That's some outsider. No, someone made sure the insiders are coming against them. So it's irrefutable what they're going to say. It has to be. It must be taken seriously. It is a spear. It is, I got to be careful with my verbiage here, but you get what I'm saying. It's unavoidable damage. U.S. SEC commissioners Hester Pierce and Mark Uyeda, too. Oh, I didn't know that. Have slammed the SEC over its, quote, endless series of misguided. That's important, the verbiage. That means they don't know what they're doing. When your own people say you don't know what you're doing, it shows that you were a part of something that never should have existed in the first place. That's why it's important, folks. And that's why, and it hints to us why you're being removed now. They're removing that blockade because the big companies are ready for the biggest crypto run that has ever been, that will ever be. There will never be, it won't be like this again. It won't be because we're still in deep. We dug in deep and we stayed. Not financial advice, but this is what some people have done. And so we're still in early. We're not in early. Mick, has been years. To retail investors, they count years like that. They measure time like that. For the big businesses, they've just gotten in. We haven't had everything launched just yet. Nothing is really up and running to full capacity because it can't be just yet, because all of those banks, all of those businesses are not deploying the technologies just yet because we're just getting, I'm using just a lot. I know. You can take umbrage of that, but we're just getting regulatory clarity now. Absolute regulatory clarity. So now is the beginning, still in a nascent phase, and the businesses dictate when that flood of money comes clearly because it hasn't come yet. But now that they're in position, you see everything speeding up. Everybody's speeding up. Hong Kong is speeding up. The MENA region is speeding up. United Kingdom is speeding up everything. All of the BRICS nations. We're just hearing about BRICS nations every day. They're just talking reckless about how their system is getting ready and they're going to deploy and DLT is great. So they're getting ready. So on every side, they're getting ready now. That's very interesting. So enemies are all in agreement on one thing. That's when you know it's serious business. Typically, enemies are going to disagree, but they all agree on the new financial system. That's power. We have power. But it continues here. Over, quote, an endless series of misguided and overreaching cases, unquote. This is a sign. The time is almost here. They're pulling back the dogs. The barriers and barricades are being removed from crypto. And a beautiful age is upon us. Some will not see it, but a few will. A few will. New 1% sees it. The dissenting commissioners pointed to the SEC's treatment of Fly Fish Club LLC, a, quote, high-end restaurant chain that recently settled with the SEC. I don't care about who it is. It's not important about who it is. It's about the precedent that is set. It's about the message that's being sent. I don't know. You're like, Mickey, we're making up the job. This is me in my natural state. I just flow, folks. I just flow. Let me cook, right? Wait a minute. Wait, what's this here? What do we have here? Why is this coming out now as justification? Look at this. This article is titled, "Is XRP finally recognized as a currency?" You think it's not? It has absolute clarity. Why would it not be? Why would it not be? And look at this very strange activity here. Then all of a sudden the website, without me touching anything, the website just decided to just change on its own. That's interesting. Very interesting. I'm just saying. I didn't touch a thing and all of a sudden it just changed to something else. It says here, according to Jones, I'm assuming this is Linda P. Jones, XRP was already, quote unquote, determined years earlier that XRP is not a security by a currency, but a currency. My apologies. But a currency. Quote, Nassif shared Jones' commentary and asked, I guess this is an interview, quote, is XRP finally recognized as a currency, unquote. And then, of course, the FinCEN information gets brought up years later, where FinCEN classify XRP as a virtual currency, quote unquote. We talked about this long ago. This shows you some people have the eye. You have the eye. We knew. We saw this information and said, wait a minute, which tells you it was a setup. The whole SEC being pulled back and called misguided now, all of a sudden out of nowhere, when the big companies are in position, XRP being called a currency way back then, but then being given this erroneous and ridiculous problem of a case that we were saddled down with, kneecapped with for years. It shows you it was a setup, but a setup, why? If you had the opportunity, if you were a power of the world, you were in charge of these big businesses, and you saw opportunity, let's say you were evil too. Like, yeah, I'm going to use the word evil. Why not? Let's say you were evil, dastardly, nefarious, and you saw opportunity to make the biggest amount of value in the shortest amount of time of all time. Do you think that that type of individual wouldn't take the chance, wouldn't pull out all the stops and do everything possible to get in position? And now what do they say? Now that they're in position, we love crypto, we love Bitcoin, Solana, we love it. Right. Keep telling on yourself. We're on you. Keep telling on yourself. So they reference that there. It says specifically it described Ripple Labs and XRP2 LLC as entities involved in selling blah, blah, blah. Selling in, not blah, blah, blah. Involved in selling and facilitating transfers of virtual currency. I told you it was rigged the whole time. Yeah. So now, let's move on here because we got some more big stuff happening. There's a lot of big stuff happening. I'm going to tell you what. This is a fun time period for the news. 100% fun time period. I love it. Keep the news coming, folks. Keep the news coming. All you article writers and you companies that are putting out this information, keep it going. Look at this. Why is all this happening now? You had Ripple the other day team up with Hedera and a host of other people for the whole MiCA thing. Did you see yesterday's video? Right. Then you have this. Ripple co-founder leads $10 million raise for decentralized clearing. Chris Larson's contribution to Yellow Network aims to tackle liquidity fragmentation. Really? I don't know if people understand what they're saying here. I'm about to dig in a second. Let me read this little bit. Scalability and capital efficiency in crypto markets. Capital efficiency? Sounds very familiar. Sounds very close to something we covered recently. You see that? We were just, oh my goodness. I love it that we're ahead of things. And then these articles come out afterwards proving what we're researching to be correct, right? But it says, but liquidity fragmentation. Do you understand? If XRP is really a part of pulling all of these different fragmented systems together and providing that link of liquidity, which means everything flows one into the other completely, a complete system, not just, I'm going to say it like this, a complete global system that has never existed before. Now, wait a minute, because I know some of you are going to jump out the window. I know what you're thinking. When I say complete global system, remember, please keep in mind that we're also tapping into value that has never been tapped into before, which one of the articles we read recently was emphasizing that again. They're bringing it up again. And so what we mean by that is regions with spotty signals. They don't really have internet. They're not really accessible. Banks don't want to build there. They've never been able to tap into that value. They've never been able to tap into the natural resources. We can do it all. We do it all. And they were emphasizing that in one of these things that we covered recently. There's that's new value. That's new value. So wait a minute. Let me throw something. I'm going to throw something in here for you now to also keep in mind. Now, with all of this scanning of the ground, all right, this is for my commodities people. And where they're scanning the ground, they're finding huge untapped allotments of gold, silver, etc. Is there a reason why we would believe that they would not be able to monetize that before it's even mined? You can monetize that. It's just sitting there. It's not going anywhere. You can monetize that value right there. Put it on chain and have people own a piece of that or use or store their value in that right now before it's mined. And they're talking about mind-blowing amounts of untapped resources that they've scanned and they've seen underground they have not tapped into yet. I believe firmly. Why would any moneymaker not do that? Are they doing it already? You let me know. Are they doing that already? Because I don't think that they are. But if they're going to monetize, attach a value to, right? Gold bars, silver bars, platinum bars that are sitting in a vault that nobody's touching, but you're storing your value in there until you want to pull it out with your card or whatever. You know, people have the gold cards, silver cards now. Or if you really want to redeem it, you know, you can get that gold bar, but most people are not redeeming it. Most people that have gold bars just have them. Silver, you just have them. You bought them from somewhere at Mex or something like that. But most people are just, when they do the whole vault thing, they're just leaving it there, just storing their value in that commodity. If you can do that, why would you not also do it with all of the different value you have already in the ground? And then that value can be moved very, very easily. Very easily. I think that also we tap into. Once again, I want to say this. I think that's why a lot of these bank coin companies like Stellar are in those regions. They're not dumb. They just stay quiet. They try to play ignorant. They try to play like, oh, we're not doing too much. They're doing a lot. I'm just saying, as an example, Hedera's also there. Algorand's also in deep in Latin America, Africa. You think they're there for no reason? There's a new world being born. That's why you see everything being torn down right now. You don't see that? The political system's being torn down. The financial system being torn down. From what I see, it's a controlled demolition on every single front. Why? Because there's a new world being born. It can't be stopped. So when you can't stop something, or when the powers can't stop something, you know what they do? They at least try to control it. Yeah, see, they know they're not dumb. They can be very, very evil, very, very sick in mind, for sure. I've been around a long time, folks. You've been around a long time. You've done a few things. You've seen a few things. Yeah, there's some disturbing things out there. So they can be very sick at the top, but they're not stupid. When they can't stop something from happening, they try to control it, leave their imprint on it. And I think that's what's happening now. A new age is coming. They can't stop it. Just a natural course of life. They're trying to control it, leave their imprint on it, benefit from it. I mean, just my humble opinion. But yeah, you have this here. Things like this going on. Chris Larson, co-founder of Ripple, has led a $10 million seed funding round for Yellow Network, a new decentralized clearing network that aims to address cryptocurrency inefficiencies, which means global domination, which means absolute crypto domination if they're going to be involved in something like this and be successful. The top cryptos will dominate everything. A lot of those other cryptos, as was said years prior, will go away. It's coming. Just hasn't happened yet. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. This investment by Ripple co-founder will support efforts to solve the digital asset market's liquidity, fragmentation, scalability, and capital efficiency issues. Other notable backers and supporters include Consensus, which good luck to Consensus with the problems they're having. I'll leave it at that. GSR, NXGen, MV Global, Gate Labs, ZBS Capital, Moonrock Capital, Math, Kobo, NOIA Capital, and LD Capital. Those are the ones involved. All right, let's move on here because I'm gonna miss a lot of news here. I have a lot of news. I just want to get to the important ones. We don't have enough time now. I was having so much fun on those other articles. I took too much time. Now, here we go. Let's get to the Bitcoin. We're gonna get to the big dog Bitcoin, and we're gonna get to the even bigger dog, king of them all, gold. We're gonna get to the gold. All right, now. Bitcoin news. Let's find out what's going on with the big dog. Bitcoin inflows surge to $436 million today. I did look at the charts and I saw Bitcoin, old Bitcoin up. Hell yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. And so many people, Bitcoin is over. Listen, I don't know if it's going to go down again. It might. It doesn't change the trajectory of Bitcoin. Is super bullish. It doesn't change that. It's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. This is nothing new to us. Let us not act brand new. We are wise over here. We are very wise. But so many call for the death of Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin's going to go down. It's going to stay down. And I said, no, I don't believe it is. There's too much riding on this time. Too many big timers in here for them to allow it to be that. For them to allow it to do that. It's not going to stay down. Not for long, I don't believe. I could be wrong. I am not a psychic. I am not some, heavenly figure that knows it all. No. I could be wrong, sure, but I don't think I'm wrong on this. Look at the catalyst. Look at the reasonings. So, I saw Bitcoin up again today, and that was very exciting. I like that. It says the significant inflows were linked to changing market sentiments for a 50 basis point interest cut. At this point, people don't know. They're told 25, 50. I saw, was Elizabeth Warren serious? I think that's her name. She's the one that always talks about crypto, correct? My apologies, folks. I can't keep up with these politicians. It's not my thing. Since I was little, when my parents used to go have a meeting with the mayor, and we went there all the time. We went there. I was there, right? I was yay high. Oh, we're going to do this and that. My parents wanted change. And I never saw the mayor do anything. Yeah, no. That left a bad taste in my mouth. My apologies. It just did. Since that time, I just don't vibe with politicians. My apologies. I just don't. So I gave you my experience so you know why. Crypto. But Elizabeth Warren was like, it should be 100 basis point. Was that a real quote from her? 100 basis points. But anyway, let's continue on here. Crypto investment products experienced a sharp turnaround last week, with inflows reaching $436 million to partly reverse weeks of previous outflows totaling $1.2 billion. According to CoinShares' latest weekly report, despite the influx, ETF trade volumes remain flat at $8 billion, significantly lower than the yearly average at $14.2 billion. James Butterfield, CoinShares head of research, attributed the shift to changing market expectations for a potential 50 basis point interest rate cut on September the 11th. This came after remarks by William Dudley, former president of Federal Reserve Bank of New York. I remember William Dudley. At the Bretton Woods Committee's annual Future of Finance Forum in Singapore, Dudley argued that a 50 basis point cut was warranted. I agreed. But a lot of these so-called experts are saying 25. We shall see, sir. Citing a weakening U.S. labor market, he highlighted that job risks outweigh inflationary concerns to back his call for a reduction. All right, let's move on here. We got a few minutes left. I want to squeeze in there. Is this about gold or silver? So this here is titled, of course, it's from kitco.com. They're one of the absolute best. I don't give props where props aren't due. I don't know these people. I'm just saying I love kitco.com. They have a lot of good news on there. A lot of good commodities news. FX Empire also has a lot of good commodities news, in my humble opinion. Gold SWOT. Positioning on silver has been more bullish. This is by Bank of America. It says here the best performing precious metal for the week was palladium, up 19.22%. I don't have any, although I'm not beyond getting some palladium in the future. According to Bank of America, assets under management and physically backed ETFs have bottomed out, suggesting a more broad-based increase in exposure to the yellow metal from Western investors, which have been somewhat absent from the market earlier this year. Probe Gold overall resources in the Val d'Or East have nearly doubled, plus 92% from 5.2 MOZ to 10.0 MOZ, reports Canaccord. My apologies. This impressive growth, which the company achieved through the successful expansion and conversion drilling acquisitions made since its last resource update in 2023. Andean Silver announced a plus 80% increase in the Cerro Bio resources to 91 million ounces, previous 50 million ounces, which is above Canaccord's expectations of 70 to 80 MOZ. All right. Opportunities. The current gold-silver ratio at 89 is above the long-term trend, reports Bank of America, which indicates that gold-silver ratio should currently be around 83, with gold now at $2,497 per ounce. This long-term trend line implies that the price of silver is undervalued. Let me say that again. Undervalued. Haven't I been saying that for a long time? Silver's price is so heavily undervalued. It's unbelievable. In my humble opinion, not financial advice, suggesting 7% from the current level. Now that's interesting. All right, come on, silver, let's go. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.